Achievement unlocked, Act 2. Hey, mistress!
What's up?
Never a moment of peace. Elisa didn't even have the time to stop and think. The waiter suddenly appeared. As usual, he was quick to seek his mistress's help whenever problems surfaced.
Fabrizio, I hope that is something serious this time. See, sometimes I do need a break.
Luckily, the girl was used to this sort of thing by now, even if she didn't necessarily like it. The guest in the room upstairs is complaining about his bed sheets. He's not satisfied with them, and he insists to have them changed.
I know. He told me to. I'll get on it right away.
Very well. Give me the sheets then, so I can bring them to him.
You may go. I'll bring them upstairs myself.
The waiter looked a bit surprised by that reply. Elisa typically did not serve her guests in person. You want to do it yourself?
Dear Fabrizio. Dear Fabrizio, aren't you jealous by any chance?
Who, me? Not at all. I was just thinking that you must really care about this night.
In this inn I care about everyone.
Right, of course.
Poor fool. You want something from me? I'll give him all with a reward so that he will not complain too much.
Thus far, I've always served guests myself.
That's true. However, Fabrizio, sometimes you're a bit rough with guests. Sometimes.
Or perhaps you're just too gentle with them.
I'm conscious what I do, and I do not need someone to reproach me.
Alright, find yourself another waiter. The man looked extremely put up. He threw his apron on the table and started walking out. Immediately, Elisa stepped forward and grasped Fabrizio's hand, or thinking about how to get him to reason.
Why are you being like this, Mr. Fabrizio? Are you angry with me?
Do you remember what your father told us to before he died?
Yeah, once I need a husband, I'll heed his words.
My patience is not endless, however, I cannot stand such situations.
Who do you think I am? A loose girl? A crook? You shook me! What do you think I do with the customers that come and go from here? If I treat them with a certain care, it is only for my own interest. You uphold the name of the inn, I do not care about gifts. Love? I don't care about that either right now. I know who is worth me and what is in my best interest. As I said when I marry, and only then I'll think about my father's last words. I know a good man when I see him, and I want to marry someone like that. This should be enough, Elisa. Try to understand me if you can.
Despite those powerful words, the girl still did not seem to care much about Fabrizio's jealousy. Then, with no further delay, she got ready, gathered up, and lifted the basket of folded sheets.
I understand it's important to you, but I can't pass if you are standing in front of the door.
Without even waiting for a response, she just started to walk past him. Whoever can understand her must be a genius. One moment, she's looking right to me. The moment after, she's moved on. I know what to think and more. We'll see, I guess. I like her. I care a lot about her. I'll try and change my life in order to stay with her more. But he cannot go on like it. Some quiet, finally. That talk with the two falls down as sure ache me. I hope nobody comes to bother me again. Your Grace, someone brought you a letter. Forget it. Then I bookmarked the page on his book with a leaflet and put the book away. Then he took the letter that the servant brought him, he opened it and started reading. Siena, January 1st, 1753. Who's writing? Orazio Taccagni. My dearest friend, the close friendship that brings us compelled to me to write to you, because it is imperative that you come back home. Count Mana has passed. Poor Count, it's a shame. He made his only daughter the soher of 4,000 gold coins. All of our friends believe that you deserve to gain such a fortune. and be taken back by the sound the letters mentioning that Knight will step to take up such an inheritance. However, even the part regarding his only daughter was enough to make him change his mind quickly. They shouldn't do these things for me. They know I don't want women pestering me. And Horatio knows this more than anyone else. That is the thing that annoys me the most. Call me the Knight ripped the letter to tiny shreds. Why the hell should I care about 4,000 gold pieces? As long as I live alone, I will need a lot less. Whereas if I was married, I would need at least double. A wife for me? I'd rather be sick and bedridden. Someone knocks at the door. There is another pest. Who's there?
May I come in, Your Excellency?
Of all people, Elisa was the last one the Knight would have expected. The girl stepped in the room awkwardly, without closing the door behind her. Even thinking of facing Knight intimidated her. What do you want?
Here are the new bed sheets you have requested.
Good, put them on there. He replied, pointing at the cupboard behind her.
I beg you at least check if they are to your liking.
What's that stuff?
These are all made of silk.
At that point, Elisa came even closer to the Knight to pull out a sheet from the basket, in order to show him. Silk?
Yes, sir. 5 gold points per meter. Have a look.
I did not ask for so much. I would be satisfied with something more decent than what I found.
These sheets are reserved for people of great honor, who can appreciate them. To be completely truthful, Your Excellency, I am only offering these to you. I would not take them out for someone else.
Only for me. Empty compliments. Putting the sheet back in the basket, Elisa walked to the dining table, which had been prepared.
Look at this!
Oh, this Flanders glove. I know that they wear out very quickly if you wash them. There's going to get them dirty for me.
For the night of your wolf, I do not care about such details. I have plenty of these clothes and I save them for men of your status.
Why is she so helpful now? The kind manners of the innkeeper had completely caught the attention of the Knight. Give the sheets to my servant to put them over there. There is no need to bother with this.
Oh, but it's not a problem at all for me to serve such a high-ranking knight. I would be honored if you let me make the bed, Your Excellency.
There is no need for you to do this, really. I'm serious.
I beg you. I would really love to.
So she wishes so flattering? Women, they are all the same. If you believe it is necessary, go ahead. He then replied, looking away from the girl as he reopened his book, trying to resume his interrupted reading. It is quite annoying to have her in my room, but really cannot drive her away. After all, she is doing her job.
He won't even glance at me. I'll show him.
This innkeeper started making the bed. In a handful of seconds, the used sheets were already all on the ground. However, it took her a while to lay out the clean sheets. It was a challenge to unfold every corner properly without taking her eyes off the Knight.
Just a moment. I'm good at this, you know.
Oh, really? He kept reading.
What a surly man. Yes, I have gotten quite good at this.
Fools hear those words and fall for it immediately. If you say so.
What do you desire for lunch?
I'll eat whatever is on the menu.
I'd still like to know your favorite foods. If you like some things more than others, please feel free to tell me.
If I want something, I'll let the waiter know.
But in these meetings, men do not have the attention and patience that we women possess.
Now that's bullcrap. Attention and patience, woman? I'm sorry, but that must be a very small percentage. If you have a specific dish in mind, maybe a spicy sauce or something, do not hesitate to tell me. Hearing those words, the Knight let out a small laugh. I appreciate it, however, you won't be able to charm me like you did the prince and the merchant.
You're talking about those two insult men. They come to this inn and they expect to be able to seduce the innkeeper. We have other things to focus on rather than indulge their fantasies. We're here for our own interest. If you ever say something good to them, it is to keep them here as long as possible. And personally, when I see them get their hopes up, I find it so funny.
The knight kept his bed by the doors, closed his book without even bookmarking the page, and put it on the table. Great! I like your honesty.
I'm nothing but if not honest.
You certainly act very well with your suitors, for.
Acting me? Never! You can ask those who always run after me. Ask them if I ever gave them a sign of affection. I can't stand men who flirt so blatantly. I despise women who run after men. Just the same, I value freedom more than anything else.
Oh yeah, freedom is the greatest treasure.
So many lose it foolishly. Don't you also find it absurd to give up such a treasure for a woman?
Yeah, kind of true. What is she thinking? The knight felt his body heating up as his cheeks reddened due to the overwhelming embarrassment.
Finally, I felt happy where we were on the same page.
The innkeeper could barely contain her smile. Why do you smile?
Oh, nothing, just thinking back to something Fabrizio told me today.
She thinks about him while she's here with me. Oh, I see.
Do you have a wife, Your Excellency?
Fortunately for me, no, I never married. No, I have no wife. May God save me from that. I want no woman in my life. Fortunately for me, no, I never married. And I hope I never happen to do that.
Amazing! Keep it that way! Do you like the way I make your bed?
Regardless, I have to admit I've never heard a girl talk this way. What? Oh yeah, sure.
I'm almost done, just give me one moment, please.
After she was done making the bed, Elisa picked up the basket and stepped off the bed.
I'll be going now, with your permission, Your Excellency.
Holding the basket, she walked toward the door, looking like she meant to leave. You're leaving already?
I wouldn't want to disturb you.
No, it's fine. I like having you here. You entertain me.
Haha, see? I do the same with the others. I stop by for a few minutes. I'm a chill person, so I tell a couple jokes for entertainment. They think I'm interested in them and they immediately start to flirt. Don't you think that is absurd?
This is because of your good manners. He replied, turning the other way, trying to hide the embarrassment. The innkeeper didn't fail to notice the nice reaction, and she knew she'd accomplished her goal.
You are too kind, Your Excellency. So
we end up falling in love?
Falling for one at first sight? How foolish!
I can't understand it either.
A real man should be exactly like you are, Sir Knight. Give me your hand.
So, the knight was dumbfounded by that request. He'd rather have been in battle than having to face such an awkward situation. With growing insecurity, he was almost paralyzed. Why do you want my hand?
Please don't be afraid. See, I'm clean.
Despite the confusion, the young man still complied with Elisa's unexpected request. Here!
This is the first time I have had the honor to shake the hand of a man who truly is a man.
Okay, that's enough. He pulled his hand away.
See, if I had shaken the hand of those two, they'd have immediately assumed that I was interested in them. I would allow them to think that for all the gold in the world. They'd not know how to live in harmony with the opposite sex. Oh, bless our free chat about implications and all that ridiculous hogwash.
You're talking about the prince and the merchant, rat? The girl didn't deem the rhetorical question even worthy of reply. Turning away from the knight, she looked out of the window, wishing to end the conversation and go back to her duties.
Your Excellency, I'm very sorry, but now I really have to go. Do not hesitate to let me know if any wish you have. I'll give you more attention than while severing this evening. Please excuse me now.
She replied, nearing the door. Wait a second. Why do you treat me so well? Immediately continued the knight, grabbing Elisa's hand in an attempt to stop her.
Because aside from your married and aside from your social standing, I certainly can speak freely with you. I bet that I'll be able to unleash this one quite quickly.
I understand. Please, if you have work to do not linger for me. he replied, letting go of her hand, after realizing the rash action he had taken.
Yes, sir. I will do my last chores before turning you in.
Cool. If you wish to come visit me again, I will be happy to have you.
To be honest, I never enter my guest room, but I will come to visit you sometime.
The girl replied with a smile as she tried to leave once more. To me, why? Asked the knight without thinking, again trying to keep the innkeeper there.
Does he wish to keep me here all night? Because I like you.
You like? What? You like me?
I like you because I feel like I can be myself with you. Good night, Your Excellency.
Taking her items, Elisa finally exits the room with a satisfactory smile, slowly closing the door in order to avoid any noise. Good night. The room was now empty, except for the knight. The young man was so lost in thought that he could barely breathe. Do I know what I'm doing? I was kept woman at due distance, but this one seems able to crumble every single one of my convictions. Her honesty or smoothness in talking. After pondering for a long time, he finally reached the bed, laying on the bed sheets and taking in the nice smell that Elisa left. Oh my god, so jelly. Her smell is extraordinary somehow. The girl should does not go unnoticed. I'd rather chat with her than another woman. However, going into her complaints, losing my freedom. Never. Right. Keep away from all of them. With his mind still full of thoughts, he took off his shoes, his armor and his sword, which he placed leaning on a wall. Once undressed, he slid into the sheets and pulled the covers up until his nose, so he once again felt that nice smell. Do I really know what I'm doing? Despite all his thoughts, exhaustion got the better of him as he drifted into sleep. The next morning began the same as the one before. The waiters tended to the rooms, the cooks were preparing breakfast for the customers, and Elisa was at the lavatory. Two women came in from the main entrance. They were distinguished, elegant, and seemed unaccompanied. Welcome, madams. How can I be of service?
We have heard good things about this place, so we would like to stay here for a few days.
You will be satisfied of our service. I promise you, if you would follow me, I will show you our free rooms. Fabrizio walked to the stairs, followed by the woman. Once at the upper floor, the waiter grabbed the keys from his pocket and unlocked the door to the first room on the left. Here you go, he said, gesturing for the woman to enter and take a look at the suite. This suite has 2 bedrooms and a small dining room.
Very elegant, not maybe a bit wasteful. We do not need 2 separate bedrooms, we'd rather have an extra room for our own guests.
Hearing that, Fabrizio nodded and closed the door, then moved on to the next room. In that case, I have just what you need. He then opened the door to show them the interior of the second room. Madams, take a look at this room. There's a bedroom, dining room, and a small lounge for guests. If sleeping in a double bed is not a problem for you, then you can take this room right away.
Perfect! This is just what we were looking for. Are you the owner of the inn, or are you just a waiter?
So these two sleep together? Waiter at your service, madame.
They're very professional at this inn. Waiter.
My ears are all yours.
As the owner come, I will discuss the payment.
She will be here soon. I'll call her now. Who the heck are these 2 lonely women? At the first glance they look like nobility. He thought while going to the lavatory.
I really believe we'll be more than fine here. I think so as well. They treat us very warmly.
I hope they will not raise the price because of our titles.
She'll have to speak with me beforehand.
Hopefully everything will go smoothly.
My friend, you're being a pessimist as usual. I I'm just saying we should not let down our guard.
Fabrizio then quickly made his way to Gunther to update the two noblewomen on the situation. The mistress will come to serve you now.
Very well.
I have served nobility in the past, therefore as such I can ensure that your excellency will be cared for adequately.
I'm glad. I shall rely on you for our stay then.
For now I have to ask you, madame, to give me your name for the registration, he said as he pulled the booklet along with a pen from under the counter.
Why do you have to give me my name?
We are compelled to ask name, house, country, condition of all clients staying in our inn. If we didn't, we'd get in trouble. Not expecting such a request, the girls looked quite worried. After seconds of hesitating, one of them stepped forward with a solution to the problem.
I suppose some people give an alias, right?
Oh, about that, we just write down the name we are told, and we do not look any further into it.
Right this then, Baroness Caterina del Poggio from Palermo.
Palermo in Sicily must be a hot-blooded woman. After studying Caterina, the waiter then wrote her name in the registry. And you, madame?
Hey. Oh, please, Countess Rebecca, tell him your name. Well, haven't you heard?
Her Excellency, Countess Rebecca. How rude. He begins writing her name. House name?
That too?
Dal Sol from Rome. After he was done writing their names, the waiter closed the booklet with a pen inside and carefully placed it back into the counter. We should be done here. Sorry for the inconvenience. The innkeeper should be arriving momentarily. I knew they were two noblewomen. I hope they are not too stingy. Taking an apple from a cup on the table, Fabrizio left the room.
Most humble servant of her grace the Baroness. Countess, I bow to you. My lady, you flatter me too much.
Elisa, peering down the alley in the main room, could see the two women joking amongst themselves.
Look how cheerful these two are. It's just too funny.
Shush! The mistress is here. Seeing the innkeeper arrive, the two noblewomen scrambled to recover their composure and noble demeanor. I bow to your graces. Good day.
My greetings, mistress.
Noticing the insults of her companion, Caterina gave her a small pinch without being noticed, so that she'd behave better. Hey.
Allow me to kiss your hand.
Much obliged. Caterina offered the handful while Rebecca desperately tried to prevent herself from laughing.
You too, your grace.
With a candid smile, Elisa asked for Rebecca's hand as well.
It's fine. Come on, accept the graces of this young woman. Give me your hand. No, it's fine, really. You are too modest. Give me your hand, miss. Here.
No longer able to contain her laughter as she offered her hand, Rebecca turned away.
Are you laughing, lady? Why? My dear Countess, she's still laughing at me. I said something, girl, that made cause all of this. Are these two women alone? Oh, now I understand. I bet these two are not noblewomen. If they were, they would be accompanied.
Elisa answered while looking around, hoping to see the act.
I haven't seen him since this morning. I'd like to have a word with you about the payment. The payment? Certainly. But are you by yourself? Do you not have any husbands, servants?
Asked the innkeeper, trying to better understand the situation.
The Baron, my husband.
Rebecca smothered another burst of laughter with her hands.
What is wrong, milady? My dear, why are you laughing? I'm laughing about the Baron, your husband. Yeah, he's a playful one. Always telling jokes. He will be here soon. I suppose together with Count Raz, you Countess Rebecca's husband.
Rebecca could barely hold it together. At this point, she wouldn't be able to keep it up much longer.
Does His Grace the Count also make love?
Rebecca!
Keep some of your dignity! Ladies, you don't have to keep up the accent. We're alone, nobody's listening. Is this Candy or Barbie even real? What are you implying? Are you questioning our nobility? Forgive me, lady, do not lose your temper, or you will make our Countess laugh again. It is no use! Countess,
she exclaimed threateningly, interrupting her.
I know what she meant, milady. You can guess who we are. I'll give you all of my respect. While keep faking it, you two are not nobility. Are you saying you know us? Well done. You can't even state character for a bit. I can't act off stage. Off stage? I applaud you, Baroness. I like your honesty. Sometimes fat pleasure in allowing myself some freedom.
Yet again, Elisa managed to come up on top, proving to be a smart and witty innkeeper. Having been very satisfied of having discovered that small deceit, she chose to forgive the two fake noblewomen.
And I love to know, and people like you, feel free to use my inn. You are welcome here. However, a word of warning, if any prestigious customers comes, you have to move to another room. Deal? No deal. When I spend my money, I want to be served like a noblewoman. In that room, I feel like that. I have no reason and no interest in changing to another room.
Please, Baroness, be reasonable. Elisa saw the prince strolling down the aisle from the corner of her eye.
Oh, here is a gentleman staying at the scene. When he sees a woman, he immediately starts to woo them. Is he rich? I don't know about his finances, I'm not sure.
Excuse me, may I enter?
Yes, please come in.
Honor to make your acquaintance, my ladies.
The honor is all ours.
Did they just arrive? The prince asked in a whisper to Elisa.
Yes, your grace. Do you want me to introduce you?
Gladly, Elisa, thanks.
This is the Baroness Katerina Dalbocchio, and this is the Countess Rebecca Dalso.
The prince did not lose a moment, throwing himself to the conquest of the two beautiful women. Oh my dear ladies.
And who do you be, my lord?
I'm the prince of Forlimpopoli.
The innkeeper kept our cover so we can continue our work. That's fortunate. It is an immense pleasure to be able to meet a nobleman like you.
If we are ever in need of anything, say your command. I have the claim to stay at the scene. The mistress is elegant and courteous.
This man is full of kindness. He honors me with his protection.
It was impossible to miss the irony in Elisa's words. However, the prince didn't appear to grasp it. Yes, certainly. I protect her, and I protect all those who stay at the scene. If
I'm ever in need, I'll be counting on your help, my dear prince.
That goes for you as well, Countess.
I'd be deeply honored to have a good prince like you as my protector. Rebecca seems really awkward.
She whispered to Katerina.
The title of Countess is embarrassing her.
The prince pulled out a silk scarf. He looked like he wanted to wipe his forehead.
Great looking scarf, Mr. Prince.
Ah, what do you think? You like it? I have good taste.
That's for sure.
Replied Elisa, putting even more emphasis on the irony in the words. Have you ever seen such a beautiful scarf?
Superb. I've never seen something like it. If you gifted it to me, I'd accept in a heartbeat.
This came from London.
It's marvelous.
As I've said, I have good taste. It needs to be folded properly or it will ruin. This kind of item must be kept with the maximum care. Here, have it. After carefully folding it off, the prince gracefully offered it to the innkeeper.
You want me to bring it to her?
No, put it in yours. Because it's a gift for you.
You're really kind, but you know I never accept gifts from my customers.
You surely don't want to slight me this way? The prince replied angrily, not expecting such a reaction. Who knows what miraculous ploy he had executed to obtain the money for such an expensive item?
Oh, about that.
The innkeeper replied swiftly, avoiding a likely disaster for herself and anyone else nearby.
Sir Prince knows I do not wish to disfavor anyone. In order to keep him quiet, I will accept the gift.
She concluded with a sentence that had saved her many times in the past.
Looks like we've got a rival.
She whispered to Katerina.
And who would be the fake ones?
What do you think? Such a nice scarf. And I gifted it to my mistress.
You're a generous man.
I have always been.
This is the first you've used me, and I really do not want to know how I gained possession of this scarf. Mr. Prince, can we find some more scarves in Florence? I would have to receive one just like that.
Similar to this one. It will be difficult, but we can try.
Good job, Countess. Mr. Prince, you know this too well. Would you trust me to go through my care? I need a pair of shoes.
After the two were done with the requests, without even saying please once, which greatly upset the prince, they approached him. Yes, I will send you mine.
My dear Prince, would you be so kind to keep us company for a while? Maybe have a lunch with us?
Yes, I'd be glad to. The two noblewomen were now about to walk over to the dining room. However, the prince stayed behind for a moment to whisper something to the innkeeper. Dear Elisa, do not be jealous. I only have eyes for you, you know that.
Feel free to keep them company. I'm just glad you're having fun.
You will be
our only company. We don't know anyone here, so you could be our company for tonight.
I want to take his place, damn it. Oh, sweet ladies, I will oblige with immense pleasure. Believing the situation he had been settled, the prince was full of joy, as he was convinced there wouldn't be any more problem that day. However, he would soon stumble on the arrival of his arch-nemesis. Alice, I was looking for you. Oh no.
I'm here with these two noble women.
Noble woman, I humbly bow to you.
Greetings to you, sir. This one is even richer than the other one.
She whispered to Rebecca, winking.
I'm not good with words. Who said he's interested in your words?
Hey, Elisa, show the merchant the scarf. He whispered in the direction of the innkeeper.
Look, sir merchant, the great gift the prince gave me.
Unfolding the scarf completely, Elisa showed it once more to everyone. The merchant immediately raised his gaze, patted the prince on the back in a very sarcastic way, and congratulated him. Oh, my congratulations! Good job, Mr. Prince. It's nothing, nonsense, put away, I don't want the word to spread. I don't want to be known for such acts.
It must not be known, but nevertheless he tells me to show it. Right does not mix well with poverty.
If the two noblemen would allow me, dear Elisa, I'd like a word with you.
Go ahead.
Obviously, as thoughtful as he was, the merchant prepared a nice introductory speech to get with his supervised visit. Just an instant before he started talking, he heard once again the prince interrupt him. You will ruin that cloth in your pocket.
I will put it in my room later to avoid that from happening.
Elisa would never be able to discover how in the world the prince managed to acquire the scarf. Her perplexities, for they don't last long. In fact, the merchant wasted no time. With a smug grin, he pulled out a casket containing a necklace of immense value. Look at this small ruby jewel.
Beautiful!
It is similar to the earrings I gifted you yesterday. Seeing the generous gift offered to Innkeeper by the merchant, Catherine and Rebecca started whispering between each other.
That's true, but this necklace is even more beautiful.
The merchant be there with his gems and his gold. It seemed like all the attention had shifted to the merchant. The diamond and ruby necklace was so unbelievably real that the prince had to convince himself that these events were not part of the bad dream, as he might have hoped. Now, so that you may have the correct pairing for the earrings, I will give you this necklace.
I will absolutely not take it.
Do not wrong me this way.
Oh, I never wrong anyone.
Here we go again.
So do not offend, Sir Merchant. I will accept this necklace.
Both Catherine and Rebecca, maybe in the moment of jealousy, were talking behind Elisa's back about her behavior and her suitors.
I'm sure she would have accepted the gift. Smart move. Ah! What do you think, Mr. Prince? Isn't this jewel elegant?
I found the scarf more tasteful for its genre. Yeah, but between scarves and jewels, there is quite a big gender difference. It was then the prince realized how short his rival had been. The merchant managed to give that necklace with such precise timing that he completely nullified all his efforts to look good in front of the innkeeper. My greatest congratulations to Mr. Merchant, publicly flaunting his large expenditure. The prince was obviously bitter while his voice got louder. Yes, because you do your gifts in private.
Well, I did undoubtedly gain a lot from this little dispute.
It was now clear that the prince would never prevail in this contest. Loudly pouting, he chose to ignore the merchant's taunts and attempted a last-ditch effort to convince Catherine and Rebecca to leave the room with him. I'm beyond such badness. Miladies, let us reach the dining room for lunch.
Who is this other gentleman?
Spoke the girl, getting closer. I'm the merchant of Alba Fiorita, at your service.
Wow, it is a round family, I know it.
Both guests were now leaning toward the merchant, showing interest. It is an immense pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Are you staying here?
Yes, milady.
Will you be here long?
I believe so. Indeed, you may be tired of staying, so will you please follow me?
What land do you come from, Mr. Merchant?
Duchy of Florence.
Ah, we sort of short heritage then. I'm from Tuscany. I'm at your service, milady.
I'm at your service, miladies. Are you by yourselves? Nobody to accompany you? It will be me, sir. You can rest assured that these noblemen will have no need for you. Seriously, Ben, just give up and go away. The words of the prince got lost in the emptiness of the room. At this point, Catherine and Rebecca only had eyes for the merchant.
We are all alone, Mr. Merchant. We will explain why later on.
Elisa!
Sir?
Have a table for 3 prepared in my room. That is if you too wish to keep me company.
Gladly.
But I was invited by the noblewoman. Complained the prince, doing his best to avoid the inevitable final blow. They can do as they please, but I only have enough space for 3 in my small room. I can hardly believe that.
Come on, Mr. Merchant. The prince will have us as guests another time.
Moving toward the door, Katerina exited the room.
Mr. Prince, if you find that scarf, do let me know, please.
Following her friend, Rebecca also exited the room, chuckling. Damn him! He stole the 2 girls from right under my nose.
What are you complaining about?
This is no way to behave, especially with a noble man of my rank. Forget it, I do not wish to speak any more of it. The countess wants a scarf, just like that. She won't have it. Elisa, hold on to it with utmost care. You can find plenty of rubies and diamonds, but scarves like that one are unique. With that said, the prince walked out of the room with his head high, moving toward the main entrance.
Oh, what a madman!
Elisa, do you mind if I spend a few months in the company of these two fine noble ones?
Go right ahead, sir.
I'll do it for you. I'll do it to increase the prestige of your inn. By now you should know I am yours. Yours is my heart, and yours are my riches. You may do whatever you wish with all that. Hearing the two calling for him, the merchant finally left the room as he slowly closed the door behind her. Elisa was left utterly alone. She stopped for a second to think about all that had just happened.
With all his riches and his gifts, you'll never make me fall here for him, even less so for the prince and his ridiculous protection. If I were forced to choose between the two, I would certainly choose the one who spends more, but I do not care for either of them. I decided I want to woo the knight, and I wouldn't give up that challenge for a jewel twice as big as this one.